Hey boardies, welcome to Amass Games. My name is Simon. Today we're going to set up, play and review for the game in the L deck in the Wibble++ box. We're talking about the game Alphabetical. Assemble an alphabetical sequence, 15 to 35 minutes, 2 to 5 players. So I've already got the rules in play. I'll put everything else away that we don't need. We do not need to shuffle the cards as per usual, as I found with L Deck Games by Stuff by Bez. In this 4K recording, again, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Check out the comments and the descriptions. Now, I did do another video in this series. We talked about Wibble, and I didn't actually tell you about how scoring worked at the end. So I do put in the description, so always check descriptions in this particular description and with all the others as well. There's Linktree where there's occasionally competition, so do link through and check back all the time. Also, there's Facebook to join the discussion over there, so please like over there. Follow on Instagram, over 2,300 posts, and also you can support the channel via Patreon. Okay, so in Wibble, yes, you want to try and get 4 cards in front of you, and then you'll be scoring yourself a point, and then you play until you've got 5 points. So that's something you can be doing in Wibble. Again, all these cards have got one here too. As I said, they're literally very straightforward to see how it is. And then again, you can see how it works. So, as you see in the game Wibble, when someone takes their 4th card, they also take the other card from the center. Then everyone flips their cards face down. You no longer have to shout those cards. You don't have to use those cards in the words you shout. Now they start another round by flipping 2 new cards face up. Whoever takes the penultimate card of the game also takes the last card. Counter cards person. The person with the most is the winner. So that's one way of playing it. Like I said, you can play the house variant I mentioned, whereby, yes, you can play just like, say, 5 rounds or something like that. So, because there's so many different games in the deck, you can play so many different things. So in Alphabetical, this is not by Stuff by Bez. This is not by Bez, who's been the designer of Yogi Guru. So do check out my playlist for Stuff by Bez and various other playlists, such as how to set up, play and review, etc. So in this one, you're going to deal 3 cards each player, and starting from the deal and going clockwise, choose 1 card to keep face up in front of you, and choose, well, you basically can do this straight with 3 cards for 1 person. Like I said, that works absolutely fine. And just to let you know, this is the orientation. That's the top of the card, that is the bottom of the card, hence the W++ for Wibble. Okay, and then the other cards, you're going to shuffle the other cards back into the deck. What you'll be doing is you're going to look at your 3 cards. I'm just going to play them out in front of me here, and you'll be keeping one. This is very much a game, if you think about rummy and stuff like that, this isn't a set collection game, it's more about a run, okay? And you're trying to get letters either side. So right now, what's standing out of me right now perhaps might be the N or this one, because from now on, you can only have like an O, P, Q, etc. this way, or maybe G, F, E, etc. in this direction. So this could probably be quite good if I can shuffle this in and get this out, because this will go right next to it, as you can see. It's a game whereby you're trying to reach a certain amount of cards. So let's just say we've ditched these, now let's flip these over. So, lost that card. So shuffle these cards so you don't obviously get what you're getting again, such as this I. And begin the game by dealing a card face up. Okay, so in turn order, clockwise starting with the dealer, each player either passes or takes that card to either end of their line. So right now I could take this, again, F is the 6th letter alphabet, this is the 8th. That is even better though, because that's the 14th and 15th. I would of course take that one. The line of cards, like I said, must be alphabetical in order, based on, of course, the letters of the cards. But letters can be skipped, but no letters can be repeated. So I couldn't have another N here. I couldn't have, I could have a huge gap. I could go up to Z, but suddenly that's limited off, so I have to go in this direction. So that's basically how it's going to work. What you could, of course, do is, well, that works absolutely fine. But then what's going to be occurring is, you're going to be passing the dealer. So cards must be added only to the left or the right. You can never go in the middle of the card as well. You can never go in the center. You can't break it apart. And if a card can't be placed either into your line, you can't claim it. If the card is taken by someone, the player's left becomes the new dealer. So it's this person's turn now. And if everyone passes on a card, it's basically discarded and the same dealer turns over a new card. Everyone will be scoring though when the deck does run out, or if anyone's taken their 11th card. And 11th card did actually work before, to be honest. So each card is worth 1 point. And if you end the round by taking your 11th card, you will win and score 11 points that round. You stop if anyone has 26 or more points. Otherwise, you can start a whole new round. The previous winner is the new dealer, or is the first dealer. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. Like I said, you can choose to do, let's say this card was down here. So you could choose to do something like that. So you can tell it is HI, but of course you can't place it in the center right now because of this. I could choose to do this. 6th letter, 9th letter. I do like games which, have that kind of I know, you know, A is the first letter, that kind of stuff. So that's of interest. And then of course it's, let's say I draw this card, well, I can't place this and I don't want to go here. So I say, do you want to have this card? They look at it. Yes, they would, of course. Look at that H and I. I'm orientating this way. So it goes over to this person now. Let's just do it this way as well. They have drawn an R. Well, let's say they take that. And then they take this card. Well, they can't go in the center. They could do the C. Oh my goodness. They can't place this one here. It's the same letter. They can't place it here. Do I want it? Let's just say no as an example. Or they can't place the T here. C is too far away. Again, we're going off. Oh yeah, the H and I, that's fine. And suddenly they go, no, I don't want it either. So that's discarded. And now we're drawing a new card for this person again. And they have the O, the V. And I'll now start getting into that review because, well, this is where it gets interesting. I'm just going to take it. I don't know if I need to. Let's just say I take it. It's not the best thing to take, but I'm stopping this person from taking a card because everything's, you know, open information. So that's a nice little element to the game, which I do like. It's got that, I feel there's a Japanese word for what I'm trying to say, but, you know, this kimbo or something, whereby you're trying to take a card, but there's hate drafting and trying to take a card to stop someone else taking it. Because I've not got 4 cards. You know, I'm a third of the way, more than a third of the way to actually achieving what I need to achieve. So my rating, compared to the other games, it isn't my favourite. Again, it hasn't been designed by Bez. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I've had to be approved by Bez to be, of course, included. It is good. It's higher than average rated for me. I think, I mean, the others didn't grab this one as much as the others. It might just be because this was less party for them. And I think, again, with lots of the games being fantastic party games, that just might be the thing. It was one of the last games played in the group that I happened to play this with last, and it just didn't grab them. Maybe, of course, it was the final game. Maybe that's got a factor, who knows. But my rating's kind of like a 6.5. That's not a bad rating, again, especially for myself. And, you know, it's a quick game. It says 15 to 35 minutes. I think it was, compared to some other ones, I think it's actually quite quick, actually. But that has been the game Alphabetical. Again, as with all the other games, it's got that L at the end. Fantastic, ingenious idea. And there have been many games in that L deck. So really looking forward to discovering that, and hopefully this has been quite an interesting one there. Again, other games, Counting Cats, they all don't have L decks in them. We've got Williams of Creek, the game which has basically making animal noises. That's also going on the channel. So hopefully you found that of interest. Again, let me know what your thoughts are, and back to the table.